Day 7! Have I said recently how... The Yukon is in the air! This thing is never going to drive again. Woohoo! And I've had it as a part out for a couple days and I sold one thing out of it. Nobody wants anything else. So it's just 6,000 pounds of trash. What? What'd you do now? Did you saw that? I guess I'm not selling this drive shaft now.
Oh, were you going to?
Yeah. 80 bucks.
Someone wanted it?
Yeah.
Is that the one thing that somebody wanted?
Well, that and that center console piece. Because the lady's like, as soon as you have the drive shaft out, let me know.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm not kidding. I wasn't kidding.
I feel bad.
Well, I'm sure soon you won't.
I don't feel bad anymore.
See? Today's episode is pulling the engine and transmission and what's left of the wiring harness. Wow, this is really oily.
Yeah.
And it's gonna stay that way.
Yeah.
This should be a pretty straightforward. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of commentary on this episode, but sit back and enjoy the show.
Guys, the sky is beautiful.
Go film it. Show the world beautiful Florida. So the radiator's out. It's coolant all over the floor. And I disconnected the oil, so that's all over the floor too. And I pulled off the shroud on top of the motor so we can get access to the intake, which we may be removing to help it slide out a little bit easier so we don't crush anything, or it may stay on. We'll let Leon decide that in a couple seconds. And wow, still dripping away. It's pretty dark in the shop, so I apologize for the lighting conditions, but we're pretty close to pulling the engine and transmission, and then honestly, we're just taking this body off to the scrapyard. There's nothing of value that we found out anymore, especially since old Leon boy cut up that drive shaft. Sorry. We also have to disconnect a couple more pieces of the wiring to make sure we don't nick anything when it's pulling out, because it'd be a shame to throw all that work down the tubes. Have I said recently how amazing power tools are?
Yeah. So I feel like Game of Thrones is a lot like Lord of the Rings. A lot of nothing going on. And then maybe something at the end, just...
Oh, yeah. Anybody at home, I can save you 15 hours right now. Want to watch Lord of the Rings? Here's how it goes. And then they die.
No, you missed the first part of the movie.
You mean how Samwell is the greatest character in the show, and the only one that matters. And the ring is Valyrian steel.
Yes. Wait, so what happens with Valyrian steel?
Ah! So the radiator support being a real pain in the butt, and the bolts are froze up, so Leon's using his favorite toy.
What are your pound sand?
Whoa, boy, whoa! Is bananas. So she...
I didn't do it.
There's illegal activity going on over here.
Uh-oh.
All of it.
I better shut off the camera.
I forgot. There it is. It's faster every time I do it.
And good riddance.
Hi.
So it's the next day, and as you can sort of see,
Sorry. Go ahead. Carry on.
so it's the next day,
So it's the next day, 6 months later.
and as you can see, the transmission is already detached from Leon's motor and transmission combo. They can't come out as one, which sucks, but que sera, sera. Queso. We wanted you guys to see this important moment.
This magic moment.
Go ahead, drop the new stuff in, and once it's in, we'll check back in. slight change of plans. Since the engine and transmission can't go in together.
It's so close.
So close. We have to separate it, so we're going to do that, but Leon's also sort of degreasing it right now, so we have to disassemble it a little bit before we can put it back into the car, but we just wanted to give you guys a heads up, because it's going to take a little bit more time than expected.
Oh shit. Yeah, we're taking it apart because the cross member is in the way. The oil pan's too deep, so we can't pull it forward enough once it's up in the air. It hits to hit the tunnel.
Yeah, the top of the engine hits the tunnel, or the top of the transmission hits the tunnel
Soon
before,
it becomes a teacher.
before the oil pan can actually clear over this spot. It'd be neat if we can come up with a good solution for that in the future. I guess a low profile oil pan, but I'm gonna throw some kitty litter down before this is a complete mess, so see you guys in a little while. We're going through quite a bit of brake clean. There's not going to be anything left of this thing after you're done cleaning it.
That might be true. I'm just tired of getting greasy.
Greasy?
Greasy, yeah?
Greasy grease?
Yeah, I'm greasy green.
Oh wait, I forgot I have a zoom feature on here and I don't have to get that close.
Yeah,
Yeah, bitch.
I am Steve-O. Oh yeah, I originally brought this out to clean the starter off so we could get the bolts out.
Oh. We have to
14
take
years later and 15 cans. Here we go, boy.
Happens when a whole nail
Was that the socket? I wonder, Leon's man wonder where his socket's been going.
Faster, Leon!
Zombie, zombie. Somebody's been wondering how Andrew's motor got in the car. No one ever seen it though.
Alright, so we just got the two motor mount bolts and nuts in, so at least the motor can't fall on us. The whole car can, but not just the motor. So that's nice. Power steering has been completely disabled. It's gone skis, as the Soviets would say.
I'm pretty upset about that. So. What?
And then you've been holding on to it this whole time.
I had. I thought he was gonna let me hook up the power steering, but no. He's gonna hate it. I'm gonna laugh.
That's it for this episode. We'd like to have a special thanks to Mike, who's in the bathroom.
Oh.
He's off camera. He complained about not being on film before. And then Leon, from Leon's Garage Adventures. Certainly don't go watch his new Turbo LS builds, of which there's a bunch of them.
News to me.
Bye.
The turbo LS build.
I don't know. There's always one.
Oh.
How many things were in that door?
That was the. I'm pretty sure that was the glass. That was the glass.
Oh no.
Oh no! Well, that was a whole window before.
Oh.
Oh, it broke so easy.